Hello, everybody. My name is Kashi, and welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. So, last time we got to enjoy the sweet, sweet, salty tears of making a child cry because he had to admit that his hero lost a fight. And we have a pretty strong hunch that the person in the steel samurai costume was actually Jack Hammer. Now, we just have to prove it. We are basically saying that, yeah, we have proof, and I'm pretty sure it's the sleeping pills. So we're gonna try our best to aim for that. But let's jump in. I'm excited. You do, Mr. Wright. Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. 90% positive it was this. This is it. An empty medicine bottle. I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Rabble, 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 rabble. Shut up. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Do we not have access to. Okay, finally. No, we can't test Powers' blood because they would be out of it. Um, we're gonna fingerprint the bottle. An idea. Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. Mm, I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle. Hell yeah. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Do I get paid overtime? No. Damn it. Mr. Edgeworth. Hmm. Please don't throw hands with a child in the parking lot. Fine. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Powers. As you say, Your Honor. Fucking bullshit. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Very well, court is adjourned. Get the fuck out. Phew. That was a close one. We were saved by hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during that trial. Me too, actually. Really? Oh, hey, buddy. You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting? I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead. Of course, we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. And if we don't, I'm only going to charge you half of what you owe me. Okay? Deal? Right. Thanks. To be continued. October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Wright and Co. Law Offices. That was a close one. Uh-huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Mia! Hey, buddy, definitely wasn't talking to your dead sister who was gently possessing your body. How's it going? So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Well, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow's the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? I was actually about to ask that, so thank you, Maya. That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed up the whole process. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? I'm surprised they actually haven't done that in my country. What? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Alright, Maya, you got a lot of things to do, so let's chit chat first. I want to hear more about your feelings on the Steel Samurai. I don't get it, Maya. What's wrong with kids? Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out, sweetie. Alright, let's talk about the director's alibi. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. So I was always under the understanding that when Mia took over Maya's body, because I think, didn't she mention something like, we're kind of a fusion, like we're both Mia and Maya? So wouldn't Maya have a tiny bit of an inkling of what's going on? But I'm also not sure because that was a few episodes ago, and I have the memory of a goldfish. Which somebody pointed out to me that, oh no, that saying is actually false because they did apparently a test, and goldfish have memories longer than 10 seconds. So apparently, a goldfish is smarter than I am. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Any ideas? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. Oh, okay. So that answers that question. So, no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? WP. Powers. Right. Oh, Phoenix. You're slow in the uptake, but I still love you. Alright, let's go see our other himbo. Hey, buddy. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Thank you, himbo. Needed to hear that. Oh, thanks. Um, could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Leave him alone, okay? He is a softie. Like his boobs. What? Well, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only one day left. And if we don't do our job, you're gonna get fried. Let's make it count. I hope you have your last meal planned. That got dark fast. Yes. So, random fun fact last meals are no longer able to be customizable, at least in some states of where I live. Because you had people who are like, I want everything from this one menu. So the prison would be like, okay, that's your last request, so we'll do it. Brought in a bunch of food, and the people would be like, no, I'm not going to eat this. And they're just like, why? And they're like, because fuck you. So a lot of places now are just like, okay, you ruined that for everyone else. Thanks, buddy. And they usually had really bizarre requests from people who are just like, I want 5 buckets of fried chicken and a cherry pie and a Coca Cola. And I think there was one guy, I'm getting really off topic right now, but this is the one that made me go, huh. Somebody requested a room temperature Sprite in a Bible. I don't think he ate the Bible, but I'm just saying that's a very odd combination. Anywho, let's go back to our himbo. Though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. I'm kinda here to just look pretty. Please, this is no laughing matter. Alright, well, let's chit chat. Um, let's talk about the producer, Vasquez. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer. She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studio for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her differently these days. Why is that? Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and. And what? Nothing. Forget it. Aw, do you have a little crushy crush? Definitely getting those some lesbian vibes off of her. Which, no judgment, no judging. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Alright, well that gives my hunch a little more weight. Yeah, I know it doesn't, but I can dream. I really I don't know. I really don't think she would have done it. But who knows? Alright, let's talk about director Manila. The man who scares me. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Is he normally that sweaty? Is he allowed near children? Because I don't think he is. Oh, he used to be a minor straight to video director. Let me guess, porn? But something in his work caught Vasquez's eyes. Big titties? Yeah, I'll stop with the lesbian jokes. But still, just saying. She could. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. Yeah, well, they also know Salmonella for another reason. None of it's good. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I don't think he's capable of jumping. Oh, Phoenix! That's mean! I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. God, me and Phoenix are just sharing one brain cell lately. Alright, let's talk about Mr. Hammer. Again, he looked like he was such a friendly dude with you in that flashback. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Well, they did say there was an incident, but they refused to tell us what. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. How old are these people? But he just stopped taking on big roles. And that's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, do you have some hot gossip? Because Penny would not give it up. I think that was her name. I don't know. I don't pay attention to girls. What? That was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago? Okay. I don't think I have anything to present. You want to look at these pictures of yourself? They're very pretty. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? I've never seen these steel samurais in my life. These are the steel samurais that appear at the live shows. A fanboy collected all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean so much to these kids, you know? Aw. Wait, do we still have this? I'm going to assume we just gave it back and we just have the vague knowledge that this is here. Alright, well, I love you. You're doing great, sweetie, but I got places to be. Hey, Granny. Ah, so we're just going to stare at each other awkwardly, are we? The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. You good? Nick, I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. I mean, it would be a chance to get away from cup noodles. You eat, you die. Oh, so she does speak. Phew, she's alive. Hey, Granny, we're gonna chit chat. Just gonna go straight down the list. Let's talk about producer Vasquez. Um, I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. I have a feeling you do not. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Oh, something tells me you have some very choice words for this lady. But I mean, I kind of get it because you really liked Jack Hammer, and it seems like maybe she wasn't offering him big roles anymore. So maybe it wasn't so much him not wanting the big roles, but more so him just not getting offered them. I don't know, just a theory. Let's talk about director Manila. Can I ask you about Sal Manila, the director? Sal. He's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Yeah, he seems like a degenerate to like that kind of stuff. Uh huh. Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? Oh, Maya, sweet summer child. Never grow up. Never learn the dark secrets of the internets. That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? Er, no! No, it doesn't, Maya. Don't ever go on Pornhub. Don't ever use my computer. Alright, let's talk about Mr. Hammer. About Mr. Hammer. I heard what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I, I, I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? Because he wants you to leave him alone? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Alright, so we're just gonna boot scoot out of here and see if we can find Penny. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Well, thank you for that recap, Maya. Right. But why? I wonder if someone caught him, like the director or the producer. Put over to 2. Hey, Vasquez. Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Still smoking, I see. Hello? Oh, I love you, Maya. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. We're gonna chit chat. Aw, too bad we can't chit chat about her. Be like, so tell me about Vasquez. Alright, talk to me about Mr. Hammer. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and. Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, don't cry, Maya. Oh dear. Let's talk about Will Powers. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fae blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh dear. Maya, sweetie, just because someone cancels your favorite TV show doesn't mean they murdered somebody. Just means they're a horrible person. Alright, let's talk about Director Manila. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, at least wash your hands first. Perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer by yourselves. Rude. Oh dear. We're just. Do we have anything we can show her? We could be like, hey, look, somebody really likes your show. You shouldn't cancel it. She's not even looking. Okay. Hey, you, look. Why are you showing that to me, Nick? Because someone needs to see it. Oh, look at that. Look at that artistry, everybody. Would you like to see my attorney badge? It's shiny. I don't know, maybe there's someone in the trailer, but I doubt it. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Not gonna lie, there is something magical about getting a card you need for your collection. I've never done math before, but I'm going to assume it's the same feeling. Um, just so YouTube doesn't take this down. Don't do math, kids. Something in the trash can. Okay. Sorry, I just remember from Sonic where the guy was like, "There's something always in the trash can," and then disappointment. All right, let's go to the other places. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. Well, considering that the evil magistrate is dead and Will Powers is still in the detention center, we don't really have a lot of actors, honey. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. Can we go out for ice cream after? It depends if we get paid, honey. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? I just love the fact that the bottle just says sleeping pills. What brand? Sleeping pills. Uh huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yeah. No, no, no. No touching. Hi, other himbo. It's good to see you. It's been an episode or two. I missed you. How are you? Eek. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Oh, honey, you are perfect for the silver screen, but definitely not for the films that you're thinking of. Dramatique indeed. Um, anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. You and I are going to have a little chit chat. Let's talk about Edgeworth. How is Edgeworth doing, anyways? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot, hot coffee in it. Oh god, that sounds painful. Though, to be honest, sometimes when people are like, oh yeah, that coffee is super hot, it's like lukewarm because it's been sitting in the pot for like 2 hours. But I don't know. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Okay, so it was actually hot. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups like a badass. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills. Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means. Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Hell yeah. Alright, added to the court record. Let's talk about the investigation. Can ya give me some juicy gossip? How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. Aw. Let's talk about the plate. So, you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills? How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. You're a simple man with simple words, and I love you. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. You gonna do it? We gonna watch science? Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color all right. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate. Nice. Alright, is there anything else we can do with you? Can I present anything? Do you want to see my badge? I think I'm just gonna check the trailer and then I think I'm just gonna check the dressing room and then I'm probably gonna call it for here. Hey, Penny, what you doing, girl? Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so. What? Why? The WP is innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No. Hey, Penny, you and I are gonna chit chat. One nerd to another. Let's talk about Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes. On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumors must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Alright, well, before we get to that, let's talk about the last episode. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to be making kids' show anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Okay, we'll talk about studio policy first. Why aren't they going to make kids' shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet. You understand. How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. What am I supposed to worship now? If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Cliffhangers suck. Nick, say something. Daddy, make them make more episodes. I wish I could, sweetie. Yeah. Make more episodes for my kids. I think Evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Just show her the empty bottle of sleeping pillows, and she'll be like, that's nice. And this is. A fan collected all of these photographs. Someday, he's gonna make a great stalker. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Fucking spill the tea. Okay. Alright, let's chit chat about 5 years ago, please. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then. Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave it here. We are definitely gonna go find Miss Oldbag and see if we can bribe her with some donuts. So, everybody, as always, keep it salty and keep it real, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.